Okay. Um. So I tried a couple times to start taking videos as I take this thing completely apart from top to from completely from the start down till this clutch right here. That's the wet clutch, and the stupid videos kept stopping on me. I don't know why. So I got it apart now, and I figured out my problem. And I thought I would still explain it, and then I'm going to try to take another video. I might have to take a different phone or camera or something when I put it back together so that this works out, so that you guys can see how it's done. Kind of sucks because I was going to show how to take it apart, so it hopefully helps the next guy. Um, so I got my parts laying around here. I got some bolts here, which these were the last bolts that went on that little case right around the house clutching that they've fastened that piece to it. As you can see, some of the bolts I put back in, them are the bolts that hold this, the bottom plastic. Here's the outside cover, and then there's the inside cover that goes on there after the housing is on. And so there's my clutches and the belt. But anyway, so I bought this thing and from one of my friends, and he was telling me, he said, I think something's wrong. He said, I just had it in the shop, and because it would barely move going uphill no more. And he said, I took it, put it in, had it taken in, and they put a new clutch in, which is right, that clutch there, the primary. But he said it didn't seem to make any difference. He said, I don't know, he must have been some kind of idiots working in the shop where didn't care or something, because they should have known they didn't fix it. But anyway, bearing seems good. So anyway, when he said it seemed like it would start off real hard. He said it would seem like it had to throttle a bit before it started off, and I didn't think so much about it. I thought it was just with these type of clutches that run with a bill are kind of that way anyhow, a little more, and so I figured that's all it is. But as soon as I started riding it the first time, I knew something wasn't right. So here I am. I checked the outside clutches and they seemed to work fine, and so I knew it had to be in that clutch. So which is the wet clutch. I figured it either burned out or else they put the wrong oil in and it burned it up. So, but yeah, I didn't put the wrong oil in. Well, I guess it's still possible. I don't know. It might be, but I just tore it down, and look at the grooves that have worn in this housing already from it. I mean, there's big grooves worn there, which is kind of messy around there too. I might probably kind of burned it up more when it was probably wore out, and then driving it like that, it would slip and carry on. It probably really burned it up. But yeah, look at the metal. I mean, you can literally see metal there. I mean, a lot of the way here and there, you can see where it's kind of got black stuff melted on it from the other clutch. Let's see, I thought this thing turned one way. Maybe not, huh? I guess not. No, that was my clutch housing that turned. Okay, my bad. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, that thing, there's supposed to be a layer. I don't know exactly how thick it is. I'd say at least 1/8 of an inch or more. That is some kind of, it reminds me of the brake pad stuff, actually. It's kind of probably the same thing I don't know. And that stuff is supposed to be all around that thing. A layer of it, and when that clutch kicks in, when you throttle it, it grips around this drum. But yeah, I think that's what the problem was. That clutch is completely wore out, and that's why it would throttle real hard before it would start off. So yeah, hopefully if your bike is doing the same thing, and the outside clutches are working fine, if it's not the belt slipping or something, then that means it's got to be your wet clutch being screwed up, either wore out or else somebody put the wrong oil in and it burns them up if they do that. I mean, you definitely want to make sure you put oil in that. This is by the way, the Yamaha Grizzly 660. Good size 4-wheeler. So yeah, if you have a problem that it has to be high RPM before it finally starts moving, then that's likely it. And another thing that I might cover while I'm here, first thing I noticed right away, if I put it in reverse, you throttle it just a little bit, and it would like it would start sputtering and trying to die out. If you just hold it there, it would die. And I'm like, what in the world? You put them forward, and you could rev it as high as you want, and it was fine. So I actually checked that out online, and I figured out it was the what did they call that? There's a little sensor thing, the reverse something sensor, and it's got a green wire. Let me pop this cover off real quick just to show you what it looks like. Okay, and yeah, right here is actually the green. You can see that's a green wire, and this is on the. If you were sitting on the bike, it would be on your left side. It's this little green wire, and right there it's plugged together. So what I did, I took another piece of wire, as you see right here, and the other guys they cut it and splice it with a different splicer, but I had one of these that just clamps over those two the wires, and I did that. So I clamped this one on, and I grounded it to the frame, and it works fine. Now there's only one problem: the reverse light does not come on no more when you put it in reverse. But you can rev it as high as you want in reverse, and it don't stall out. So I don't know exactly. I'm guessing maybe it's a bat sensor. Let's see from here. Okay, right over there. Well, right there's the sensor. And I don't know if it's the sensor's bad or what it is, but it sounded like it's a real common thing for it to act up like that on these Yamaha bikes. So I was like, you know what, I don't have to. It would be really nice if the reverse light would work, but I'll pop that plastic on after a while. But it don't have to. If that takes care of my problem, I don't really care. So yeah, and so okay, so if there's any other questions that you have about this clutch deal or something, just command on it below or something, and I'll see if I can answer it for you. So alrighty, well, thanks for watching the video, and there's a good chance down the line I'll be working on bikes again, and you know, I figure just find another discovery or something. So I'll continue taking that clutch off, and that's about as far as I can go today, because the other parts are not here yet. I figured that was the problem, so I just went ahead and I ordered a new clutch and a new there's a bearing right there that you just take a screwdriver and pop that out. I got a set coming with a new clutch, I think this new bearing here maybe, and then there's this bell housing, which this cover right here pops off. There's a little bearing there that you pop out, and this thing right here comes out. So this piece right here I got coming new, the bell housing. I figured it was probably wore out. That's coming new, the clutch, the bearing, and another one of these seals. So as soon as that comes, I'll pop it back together, and I might go ahead and make another video, especially if I get enough likes on it, and show how it runs afterwards. But that definitely should fix it. So alrighty, well, I guess from what I can tell, that pretty much covers this video. One thing I might say, if you do this yourself, you want to make sure you drain the oil before you take this cover off, because if you don't, you'll have oil over everything. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure how these wet clutches, I don't know why they would work better with oil. I guess I'm not so smart about that part. But anyway, the oil from the engine also oils that wet clutch. So if you don't drain your oil and you take this thing off, you're going to have oil running all over everything, and you'll have a mess. So yeah, just drain your oil, and you're ready to pop this thing off and go for it. So alright, well, I guess that's about it for this one. So I'll hang it up, and maybe after I get my parts, I'll try to take another video as I put it back together. Hopefully that'll help, you know. So okay, I guess we'll go from there. If you like this video, just press the subscribe button, and I don't always have this kind of video. I kind of have a habit of posting a little bit of anything that I think is interesting or whatever. So yeah, just follow me or whatever, and if you like it, and we'll go from there. So we'll get you the next time around. Thanks for watching. God bless.